Winter. Today I have a special guest from overseas, from the Philippines, called AJ, who is going to share with us this special topic called Who is your ideal partner? Wow. So I'm very glad and feel very honored to have AJ to spend this afternoon with us. Hi AJ, how are you?
Hello, brother. I am great right now. What about you?
I'm great, just a bit sleepy, but I'm trying to be more energetic because we are doing a live show right now. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So today's topic is very special
Ooh.
because we are talking about a topic that I guess everyone can relate to, but hardly anyone talk about it. Okay, I do have people who talk about it, but not so frequently. It's called Who is Your Ideal Partner? So, I'm going to share about experiences you have with people chasing after you or your perception on love, on starting a relationship. So, okay, let's start with this question. What in terms of ideal partner, we basically look at two factors. Number one, the looks, and number two, the character. So, and number three, others like religious belief. So maybe we start with the looks. Any particular looks of girls you are looking out for?
Ooh, okay. So, I'm really the kind of guy that really likes simple women. Those that dress simply. Those that are pretty. I, yeah, I am sorry if I'm being blunt. It's just that come on. I think everyone would say that they would like to have a pretty girlfriend, right?
Yes,
And I'm sure that the girls would also like to have a handsome boyfriend.
and
So,
rich.
oh wow, yeah, definitely rich as well.
And
But
stable, I guess. Yeah.
definitely, and that's why. Okay, so here's the thing. There are a lot of pretty girls out there, and I've seen them,
Mm.
and I have to say to myself that wow, these people are very attractive.
Oh.
It has something to do not just the way they look. Let me rephrase that. It's not just their faces, but how they dress as well, and the way they carry themselves, their overall demeanor. It's just that there are those women who knows how to present themselves while making themselves look very attractive. At least that's my opinion.
So makeup does make a difference.
It does, but it just has to be done right. But sometimes there are those women who are so pretty despite not having any makeup.
Natural beauty.
Yeah, natural beauty. I completely agree. There are those women like that. You
So
know,
you're very attracted to natural beauties.
yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Or those, I am so sorry. Sorry, it's just so funny because I don't often talk about these to anyone, and now
It sounds
I'm
very superficial.
yeah, and then I'm sharing this on on a podcast for everyone to hear. Okay, so yeah, I've seen women who with just a simple lipstick and then they just dress well, they look absolutely pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there are those who wear too much makeup that they're not. I mean, their prettiness diminishes because of that.
A bit artificial.
Yeah, it's a little artificial, and
Are you
I don't like
okay
it.
with girls going for plastic surgery?
Ooh, okay. Am I okay? It really depends. So here's the thing. Um, I don't like surgery as much as possible, but there are times when it's needed. For example, when there is a deformity that's due to whatever reason, it could be from birth or it could be from an accident. So yes, I'm okay with that. But from how I see it, and of course, anyone could disagree with me. Women can women don't need to have a plastic surgery generally, okay? Women do not need to have a plastic surgery to be pretty.
Mm.
Yeah. And going back to what I said that I'm attracted to some women because of their overall demeanor, but that's not just the appearance themselves. It is also coupled with their character.
Okay, let's talk about character.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about character now.
Yeah.
There are women whom, if I look at them from afar, wow, they're beautiful. But when after 30 minutes of talking to them, I immediately lost interest. Yeah, it's just that I don't exactly agree with them, or I don't vibe with them. They're not the kind of people whom I want to be friends with. Because the thing is, if I want to have a girlfriend, I want to make sure that that person I am willing to be friend with.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the first thing. So when it comes to character, I want someone who likes to listen as much as possible, because I also like to listen to them. Ooh, okay. Wow, I am opening a lot about myself. I
Oh.
also like women who likes to read, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a bookworm. And the thing is, I've met these women, by the way. These people who just likes to read, and they have so much information in their minds, and I just love talking to them. And they have recommendations. They would say that, okay, read this and that because it's so good, and then I would read those books that they recommend, and I would say, wow, these books are good. Unfortunately, some of them already have boyfriends, and plus, I'm not really sad. Okay, I just want to clarify to everyone who's listening that I'm not sad because I'm not looking for a girlfriend then, and even now, because I like to study. I'm a bookworm, and I am so much into formal education. Yeah.
But that's more for interest. How about character?
Characters, okay, kind. I really want someone who's kind, someone who's compassionate.
Mm.
I want someone who, I think I told you earlier that I want someone who likes to listen. What else? Um,
Empathy.
yeah, someone who's really empathetic.
Mm.
Someone who can understand what people are going through. Someone who's
Who's
someone
understanding
understanding, someone who's charitable as much as possible.
and not hot-tempered.
Yeah, definitely not hot-tempered, but there's this particular one, this particular trait. s- uh I don't like someone who's buying too much for attention, because there are those people who are like that. They just want, it's as if that they want your time as much as possible.
Mm.
uh it turns me off.
So you're someone who respect personal space.
Yeah, definitely. I want my personal space to be respected, and I want to respect that, the personal space of that girl as well. Because there are times when we just want to have time of our own. There are times when we just want to have time with our friends. There are just times when we just want to be alone and watch Netflix or read a book. And I don't like talking to someone for the whole 30 minutes to an hour on the phone. To me, that's just annoying. That's my ideal type.
Do you find that it's a waste of time doing
Yeah,
that long conversation?
definitely. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, we only have 24 hours a day, and then if an hour there is dedicated to just talking, you're wasting a lot of time. I have books to read. I have to study. I have quizzes. I have work.
And
So
nice podcast to listen to.
definitely, yeah. I love listening to podcasts. By the way, that's why I was listening to your podcast as well. It's just
Oh.
sad. Yeah, it's just sad that there are those that are in Mandarin, so it was difficult for me. I want to learn Mandarin as much as possible, because there
Oh.
are, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of Mandarin speakers here, so it's difficult to learn the language.
Okay, don't worry. For every Mandarin episode, I will do an English version.
Thank you. Yeah, because I listen to your English versions.
Oh, thank
And
you.
yeah, and then every time when I clean, every time when I just do physical activities, I would listen to podcasts. I don't like to listen to music.
Hmm.
Yeah. So One of the things that I guess that's one of the reasons why I like women who likes to read and
Mm-mm.
and listens to podcasts because they
Oh,
learn something. Yeah, I do. It's interesting. Again, another characteristic about women that I like is someone who's well learned
and eager to learn new
and eager
things.
to learn new things. Yes, I just don't like to be with women
Wow,
who
is that a
are
clone of yourself? A
a little
replica of
bit,
you?
but not exactly. Not exactly,
Mm,
because the thing is, most likely this person would have different interests
mm,
that are good, but they're still willing to learn. For example, some interests that I am not interested in, dancing. I don't like dancing at all. But if that person likes dancing and she's willing to read about, the history of dances around the world and listens to podcasts about dancing, I like that. And then I like to learn something from that.
mm.
So we don't have to, she doesn't have to be a clone of myself.
One more thing, does she need to have the same religious belief as you?
Unfortunately, yes. I think this is really important in my opinion, and I think it's a little
Mm.
hard here. Even if, okay, so here's the thing: I am a Roman Catholic, and there are a lot of Roman Catholics here in the Philippines. In fact,
Yes.
surveys shows that there are around 80%
Mm.
Catholics and 10% non-Catholic Christians. But there are only a few pious Catholics out there. So there are pretty women. There are really those who are into what do you call that? There are compassionate women, willing to learn, very sympathetic, very empathetic. But the difficulty that I would have would be the religion because first, how would we tackle certain issues if we do not have the same religion? And I think that's really difficult in my part. And I think the most difficult would be how we would raise the children.
Oh.
Yeah, because I don't like that children would be split into two kinds of religion. It's easier if, let's say, my girlfriend would be a Christian, because at least we would have some similarities, even if we do have major differences. But I think it would be harder if we don't have the same, it would be harder if we do not agree on the same God.
How
We don't.
about a free thinker?
Hmm?
A free thinker who doesn't have any particular religion.
Ooh, a free thinker. Oh, I haven't thought of that yet. Let's see. Thank you for asking that. A free thinker who doesn't have a particular religion. Well, the thing is, even free thinkers would have particular beliefs on their own, right?
To a certain extent,
Yeah, to a certain
yes.
extent. For example, here's a particular example. That person might believe in. I'm going to delve into values here. That person might believe in the morality of abortion. Well, to me, that's a very moral thing. So I think that's going to be difficult, even if that person is a free thinker. So it really depends on their beliefs as well, because free thinkers do not. Free thinkers might have differing beliefs even amongst themselves. Well, clearly, because they're free thinkers. So it really depends on on certain subjects which he believes in.
Oh, because even within the Christian denomination, there are many different
Yeah. Oh yeah.
groups and belief.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yes.
Roman Catholic is very different from Pentecostal, for
Oh
example.
yeah. For
So
sure.
would that be a hindrance?
Yes. It would have some hindrances there, particularly Pentecostals, because I know that some Pentecostals have a different view on God. And of course, the way we teach about God might be different to our children, so that would cause some difficulties there.
So you do plan to have children if you are married?
Oh yeah, yeah, I do, and plus I want to have children if ever I do get married. If
So your partner is someone who has to agree with you to want to have children as well.
Yeah, at least a few,
A few.
a few, two or three, two or three. I want to have children.
Oh.
Yeah, if I do have if I do get married in the future, but that's an if, because something tells me that I also want to be single. To be honest, I still
Huh?
don't know. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I still don't know what I will become.
Hmm. Let nature take its course.
Amen. I completely agree to that. I am 26 years old, and the thing is, a lot of my friends who are around my age or even younger are
I'm
getting
married.
married. Yeah,
Oh, so young.
yeah. Well, to them, they are in the ripe age of getting married, but to me, that's still too young. I mean, come on, guys.
What's the
But
ideal age for marriage?
oh, that's hard. 35?
Oh.
I don't know. It's just that I cannot see myself marrying in the foreseeable future for now.
Hmm. And also, you need to plan and raise enough
Definitely. Yeah.
finances to support your family.
Amen. Yeah, that is so true. Because the thing is, I need to be stable first, and that is so hard. So I don't know if I don't know if this is the same case in Singapore, but here in the Philippines, if you're a teacher like me, because I right now I'm an English teacher, it's so hard to support a family.
And you're
It's
studying law, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
You want to
I'm
become a
studying.
lawyer.
Yes, because it pays better, a lot better if you're a lawyer. So a teacher would, at least would earn around 9,000, or let's say 10,000 pesos per month. So if you're going to divide, if in wait, in US dollars, that would be around 200 US dollars per month.
That's very little.
That's very little, yeah. So if I'm going to divide that to Singapore dollars, that would be divided by 40, 250 Singaporean dollars. That is not going to be enough to feed my family.
Oh, that's worse than a construction worker from India
Yeah, definitely.
in
That's why
Singapore.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, that is so true. That's why teaching here is not a. I am so sorry. Uh, the okay,
But the
so
teacher paid very
yeah,
well in
the
Singapore.
teachers are, oh, okay, because the teachers here are not well paid, and plus teachers here are ubiquitous. There are so many teachers here, and if you're an English teacher like me, there are a lot of English teachers out there, which you know there are just so many English teachers here that they're not unique. We're not unique here.
Oh, if teachers are not so well paid in Philippines, then the
Yeah,
standard of education will be, I don't know.
definitely.
It's very hard to attract the strong
That is so true. That
people
is
to
so
join the
true.
profession. Yeah.
That is so true. I have to admit that that is absolutely true. Why? Because to typical Asian parents, right? They would really tell the students that if you're smart,
Don't
find a
be a
different
teacher.
job. Yeah, be an accountant, be a lawyer, be a doctor, be an engineer. Anything that pays well. So most likely, parents would discourage their children to become teachers
In
because of the
Philippines.
salary. Yeah,
Oh.
it's really low. I mean, I have to tell you that. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to marry someone while I am still a teacher. By
Okay.
the way, I love to teach. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore teaching. Yeah, but I want to make it as a part-time job, not as my
Full time.
full-time career, because it's so difficult. I want to give the best to my spouse. Because if I want to have a girlfriend, I want that girlfriend to be my future spouse, as much as possible. But of course, I understand if it might not happen. But I want to provide the best for my spouse, and I want to provide the best for my kids. And I don't think I can provide them the best if I'm only earning 250 Singaporean dollars per month. I think that's going to be almost impossible, in my opinion. Okay, here's another thing why I don't plan to finding a girlfriend yet. I love to travel.
Mm.
I absolutely love to travel. I've been to Malaysia 3 times, I think, or 4 times. I've I've visited all around Southeast Asia except Brunei and Myanmar.
Me
Why?
too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Really? That's great. Okay. So I love to travel, and if I have a girlfriend, that feeling that you have to be tied at that particular place where your girlfriend lives. I don't know if you get
No,
what
your
I mean.
girlfriend should be someone that is willing to travel with you.
Exactly. Yes, that is so true. And here's the thing: there are so few people
Who want to be
who
like that?
who want to be who likes traveling, and I'm the kind of
Oh,
guy. Yeah, here in the Philippines, there are so few.
oh, it's very different here in Singapore. The girls here
Really?
love traveling.
Oh my goodness, maybe I could find a perfect spouse there in Singapore. But anyway,
Okay, you can consider finding a job here after you
yeah.
get your law cert
Okay, here's the
license.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm share. Oh my goodness, I usually share this to my close friends, but never in public and never in a podcast before. So here's the thing. After I get the bar, I don't plan to work as a lawyer yet. I
Oh,
plan to travel anywhere in
first,
Southeast Asia and then work there. Why? Because I love traveling so much. It's not about the money that I earn, but the
it's
experiences that I
experience.
get. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm so tempted because one of the things that I'm happy about is that I got my education degree in English. So I can teach English around Southeast Asia with little to no problem. Why? Because I have a certificate, I have a diploma, and I am a licensed teacher here. And I've been teaching English for how many years now? 2006, from 2016. So that would be approximately 5 years now. So I feel that I'm qualified to teach abroad, and I plan to stay at a particular country and then teach there and then just immerse myself in the culture there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and having a girlfriend, at least from how I see it, I might be wrong.
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's so difficult because let's say I find a girlfriend here in my city, and then I decided to travel
Live.
around the world for 3 years. So
Long
that's
distance relationship.
yeah,
Shall do
that's a
another
long.
podcast on that.
That's true, and
When that
it's
happens.
yeah, and you know what? Based on experience, at least not my experience, the experiences of my friends, long distance relationship is
Don't work.
so hard to manage, and more often than not, it doesn't work.
And
So I
it's
do not
difficult
want that.
now during this time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't
Espe-
travel as easily as before.
That's true. That is absolutely true. For example, last year I wanted to go to Vietnam and Malaysia. Okay, those were the two countries that I planned to visit last
Oh,
year. In fact, I had my tickets.
really?
Yeah.
But you can't go.
And wait, no. Let me change what I said. I was supposed to go to Singapore first, and then Malaysia, and then Vietnam.
Okay.
That was my route. And then suddenly, I was told that the airport that I wanted to go to closed.
Yeah.
So I cannot travel going to Singapore. So oh my goodness! And then suddenly there was the news that Singapore closed its borders. Like what? Okay, Singapore closed its borders. And then there was news that my island was closed. Like I cannot leave my island. It's like oh my goodness. So what are we gonna do? So all my tickets were canceled. Some of them I didn't get a refund. Some of them I could use the next time I travel. When I don't know when would that be, but that's what happened. So it was so heartbreaking in my opinion. I really felt that it. Um, okay, here's the thing. Traveling is my passion. I love to travel and I
Oh,
love meeting new
this
people.
pandemic murders your
Yeah,
passion.
exactly.
It murders you.
Exactly. So I had funds with me. In fact, I still have Singaporean dollars there in my bag. I still have Malaysian
She'll come
ringgits.
here and meet me.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I really want to meet you soon. As soon as Singapore opens, I will go there. Unfortunately, none of the Southeast Asian countries except Thailand open its borders.
To
And even
Philippines. Right?
yeah, and
Singapore
even
opens to other countries, but not Philippines.
oh, that is so sad. Why? Okay.
They're looking at the infection level
That's
in
true,
different
and our
countries.
infection level right now is
Philippines is still
so
not doing
high.
well.
That's true. And if Singapore opens its borders for Filipinos, then you can be sure that Singapore will have problems. I am pretty sure of that.
Many cases.
Yeah, and I don't want any more countries to suffer.
I think we have to wait for herd immunity then.
That's true. That's true.
When
I completely agree.
everyone is infected, then there'll be
Yes,
no issue anymore.
that's true. That is so true. I completely agree with you. So going back, when I travel, I don't want my girlfriend waiting for me.
How about if you
And
work in a country and you found a girlfriend there?
ooh, that
Uh,
could be a possibility. That
but
could
that
be a
is
very
also difficult because you will leave the place one day.
yeah. That's another problem. So if that girl doesn't like traveling and is not interested to travel with me, then I don't think it's gonna work.
I think she has to uproot herself from where she is and
Yeah,
go along with you.
that's true. And here's the thing: it's not exactly easy to ask someone to uproot themselves and go with me.
No, no, most likely they would.
Yeah, and even here in my city, okay, there's one of the reasons why I travel alone is because I don't know anyone who's willing to travel with me for 21 to 30 days.
Mm,
And I travel from 21 to 30 days. In fact, the first time that I traveled cross country was a total of 30 days.
mm.
And back then, I didn't know how to travel well, so I bought a ticket going to Malaysia, stayed there for just one night, and then went to Vietnam, Malaysia, Malaysia. I took the bus going to Thailand, going back to Malaysia, Malaysia going to Indonesia by plane. Yeah, and Indonesia going to Singapore, Singapore going to Malaysia. I took the bus, and then from Malaysia, I went back to the Philippines. It was getting too suspicious, in fact, that the officers at the border of Malaysia were questioning me a lot as to what my purpose was. May I tell you a story? It's just a funny story.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. I've been to Malaysia a couple of times just to enter it. And I was in Singapore and I was taking the bus going to Malaysia. So there was a lady in front of it was a holiday. I think it was the Labor Day. And there was a lady at the front of the Malaysian desk, and the Malaysian officer was smiling at this lady. Yeah, okay, and they were talking, they were laughing, and then the Singaporean woman went to the Malaysian border, and then it was my turn. I showed them my Filipino passport, and you can just see the face of that Malaysian officer frowning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was so suspicious. So she checked my passport again and again and then asked if I was working, and I said yes. So she was asking where my card was for working in Singapore, and I said no, I'm working in the Philippines. Oh, okay. So then she checked my passport again, and then she asked me if I have a ticket going back to the Philippines, and I said yes. So she asked me, I see it. So I gave her the ticket, and then the ticket showed that I'll be leaving tomorrow from Kuala Lumpur all the way to Manila, Philippines. So when she saw that, she smiled. Oh, you're leaving tomorrow, and then stamped. And then I was able to get to Johor. That's my story there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sharing so much on your experiences.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
so
giving me this
nice.
opportunity to share as
Oh,
well.
I will definitely invite you to other episodes very soon.
Ooh, definitely.
So before we end, maybe I just summarize the points on who is your ideal partner.
Yeah.
So right now, HJ is not searching actively for one because he wants to focus on his studies and his
Yes.
work, and he
Yes.
feel that it may not be the right moment yet. I mean, let nature take its course. If it comes, it comes. He prefers someone who is pretty.
Yeah. Come
Someone
on.
who is
I
well-read,
yeah. I think that's for everyone, right? That they prefer someone who's pretty.
well-learned, well-read. I think for me, it's more like people who are pleasing to your eyes, but may not be pretty in other people's eyes.
Ah, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe in your own opinion, she's pretty, but to
Yeah.
others, it's like meh, Okay, so we also discuss about character, about people who are well learned and people who read so that there are conversations and not people who are shallow. We also discuss about women who look dressed simple and not trying to be too flamboyant.
True. Yeah, that's a
And
good term. Flamboyant.
yes, and too much makeup may not be a good thing. So you could just have simple makeup, or even without makeup, you still look stunning, beautiful, and dashing. And prefer someone who is understanding, will listen, provide a listening ear when needed, like to travel, and willing to travel with you, and if possible, uproot themselves, because you are someone who won't be stagnant at where you are. You will move because you want to explore the world.
Yes.
And of course, someone who is of similar religious belief, so that there'll be minimum conflicts. Especially when raising children, you don't want your children to have parents with different beliefs. It makes them very confused.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so wow, great discussion.
Thank you.
It's like doing a good TED talk, right?
Yeah, you summarized it well.
Yeah. I'm trying my very best to listen and understand your point of view here. Yeah, and I respect all my guests' opinion. And I thank you so much for coming to my show.
Thank you,
I promise you there'll be more English episodes coming on love and relationships. I hope you liked it. Oh, yep.
I hope to listen to all of them soon.
Oh, and also the supernatural ones, right?
Oh, yeah. Interesting about those supernatural stories. I like to listen to them.
Oh, there's one I recently uploaded, but it's not a podcast. It's just a video with pictures on one of the haunted train stations in Singapore. Just do a promotion here.
Interestingly, I do like to visit haunted places.
Yeah, you should watch.
In the daylight. I like to visit haunted places in the daylight. I don't want to go there at night. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, you can watch it. It's called Haunted MRT Station in Singapore, Bishan. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's on my YouTube channel. It's only 3 minutes. Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right, so that's it. Thanks, AJ, for your time. We hope we can talk more.
Thank you too. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
just give me a call.
Do message me often. I love seeing your messages. It's very nice of you.
Thank you so much.
It's a very, very kind friend. Yeah, sure. Please come Singapore, and if I have the time, if borders is open, I'll go Philippines and find you as well.
Yes, please. If you when you visit my city, I will tour you around. I will drive you around this island.
Yes, and bring me to the good food.
Definitely.
Okay, so thank you very much. I will send you the link. So to everyone out there, I hope you enjoyed the episode today. Please remember to like it and subscribe to my channel if you've ever done so. Thank you.
See ya.
Have a nice day. Thank you, AJ. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.